Let's see, Joycaster. It's not working. Probably because my settings are wrong. Oh, we didn't send the email out. Why? Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. We're ready to roll. Just a couple minutes, and we'll go live. Okay. All right. So bring your computer over here, and let's get it framed up so we can see how everything's turning out.
Hold on.
And here we go.
All right, how do I find the live feed?
Well, it's not going yet.
Okay.
So
it'll show up on our page,
yes,
and then
as soon as I go live. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to hide behind the cover picture. There we go.
Okay, I'm going to
And I'm
finish.
going to start. Okay, it's going live.
This.
Well, just turn it around regular, right down here. So,
oh, okay.
There's no reason you need to hold it up while I see it. Well, we're up on YouTube. We're up on Facebook. We're hiding right now.
Getting ready.
We'll be with you in just about 4 minutes. 4 minutes. This is going to be exciting because we're talking about making some significant money on
that is really bad writing. But it's okay.
You can rewrite it. You've got time.
All right, let's see. So where is...
We're not... You can rewrite it if you want.
No, it's okay. Where do I... Right here, I click on that. And it looks like I did. Yay! We hope there's some of you joining us. We know it's going to take a while, and we know it's still really cold in a lot of places.
Mute your sound.
Mute my sound.
Okay, you're right. Over to the left. One more. There you
go. Okay. Hi, Marisha from Ohio. Welcome. And tonight we're going to be talking about some really fun side hustles, part-time jobs, extra income. You all seem to like that kind of thing, and we've got a special one that we're going to talk about. So
we'll talk about 3 of them.
Yeah, at least 3, maybe more if there's
time. You can make some real money. This isn't just taking surveys, making 30 cents an hour or something.
Surveys still add up, though.
They do.
We like to talk about that one, but. Well, hi there, Naomi from West Virginia, and hi, Catherine from Indiana, and hi, Karen from Ohio. This is awesome. We're so happy you're joining us.
Hey, while there's just a few of us on here,
yes,
and we got people coming in on YouTube too.
Yes,
tell us, just kind of post up something you did in the last month to make some extra money.
Right. It could, well, could it be that, or even saving money, right? Something you did that saved you money, because in the long run, that makes you money.
Uh-huh.
So it could be something you did to make money or something you did to save money. Hi, Percelia. Welcome. We're so glad you're here. And you're from Mississippi. Hi, Karen from Tennessee.
We got a bunch of people on YouTube
This
turning
is
in.
awesome.
Let us know where you're from on YouTube and on
Yes,
Facebook.
yes.
And then answer our question. See, that's a problem. Is I can't paste links on your computer.
Boy.
So that's going to be a problem.
Well, can you hop on to the window live to post links?
So yeah, let us know how you made or saved money in the last 4
thanks
weeks.
for the little likes. There's the little hands going up for likes. Oh gosh, I've wanted to know about that, Marisha. I've been doing mystery grocery shopping. Almost all of my groceries have been free this last month.
Woohoo!
Oh boy, would I like to hear about that. That sounds really, really awesome. We love interacting with you guys. Oh my gosh. Hi, Kay from Wisconsin. She teaches music lessons on the side.
Woo-hoo.
That is awesome.
I wonder if you could do that online.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
Oboe online?
Online? Well, with Skype these days, though, you never know, because if you could visually demonstrate what you're trying to teach, you might be able to. Oh, that's right. I don't.
Okay, we are ready to go live because the clock on the wall says it is 7 p.m. on Pacific
time. And they might
even
be able to see that. Can they see that? Why? That's good.
Okay, so we're here.
Yes.
We're here. We are sitting far apart.
Do I refresh to get the live screen or what?
It'll come.
Okay.
So we are glad to be with you. We've taken a few weeks off. We did a little traveling.
We did.
R&R, a little bit of extra work. But it's been an amazing April for us. We had a great Easter with about 21 people here, right?
Yes.
And had some fun and launched water balloons because they look like eggs, and we did
pretty awesome.
We did lots of fun things. But tonight we're gonna share some stories.
Yes,
we're gonna tell you about some people that did some side hustles,
right?
That turned into full-time major income,
right?
And hopefully this will provide some inspiration for you, because I don't know about you, but okay, I want to see a show of hands now. How many of you could use an extra, $500 to $1,000 a month?
Or even, we know people making $2,000. I mean, it's crazy. Okay, before we get going though, because we want to introduce our sponsor for the show.
See all those people raise their hands?
No, gosh.
Lots of them that raised their hands.
Okay, so Steven said, I saved money by making do with what was in the pantry and not going grocery shopping for 2 weeks. That is amazing, Steven.
High five.
Laura, hi, Laura from Canada. Welcome. Okay, so tonight's show about teaching English online, and that's going to be our first thing that we're going to talk about. Let's see if we can see this.
Are we jumping into this right now?
Can't we?
I've got an intro first.
Oh, okay. Did you introduce the sponsor with your intro, or should I introduce the sponsor?
We will.
Okay.
Okay.
My really fancy writing.
This is good. Okay. So I just want to see if anybody from Facebook or YouTube. Hello, Kathy from Illinois.
Yes, that's awesome.
Okay.
Welcome.
So we are ready to roll. So listen, if you're looking for a side hustle, we're going to talk about 3 good ones. These will pay, this first one we're going to talk about will pay anywhere between $14 and $22 an hour.
Yes.
Now that's $14 is about $28,000 a year if it was a 40-hour a week job. $22 an hour is about a $44,000 a year job. Now, most people aren't doing this full time, but this is a significant side hustle that you can do pretty much when you choose to.
Yes.
And it's really cool.
Actually, there are certain hours where it's best, but you can work your way up. And we're going to tell the story. So our sponsor for tonight's show is VIPKID.
VIPKID. VIPKID.
Correct. And we're so happy that they're sponsoring the show.
Right.
And they're actually the first opportunity that we're going to talk about, because they have an amazing program. And we got to speak with one of their teachers firsthand this week that actually tutors English to Chinese students.
Right.
And so we're going to talk about a lot of that. Go ahead and jump in and share your.
But here's why this is important to us, and we think it'll be important to you. We had some friends that were missionaries. Actually, the husband worked for Food for the Hungry, which is a relief organization that tries to feed people in low-income areas around the world. And they lived in China for several years, and it was hard for them. It was just not the type of lifestyle they'd been used to. They were living in a big city; it was very crowded, and but one thing they noticed that was just amazing was the hunger of the Chinese people to relate to people who spoke English.
Yes.
It was an amazing thing. So Christy, the mom, she said she'd have people showing up at her apartment all hours of the day,
Right.
wanting just to sit and talk with her.
Right.
Not because they were so much interested in her story, but they wanted to practice speaking English with someone from
Right.
America who was really proficient at it. And so they saw this as an opportunity to really reach people in their community. So they started English clubs.
Yes.
And they had people showing up, and families, kids, and all that. Well, when we heard about VIPKids, now we homeschooled our kids, so teaching is like really important, and kids are like really important, and reaching people in other cultures is really important. We love having missions people over. We love international people. In our Airbnb, we have people from all over the world staying with us.
Right.
So when we heard about this opportunity, we thought, wow, we've got to share this, because not only can you make a good amount of money, and we're going to tell you the story of, I didn't write her name down. Jamie.
Jamie.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, it's
We
here.
tell you Jamie's story.
Right.
But we're going to tell you about this opportunity. So VIPKids, teaching English online to children in China in 30-minute lessons. 30-minute lessons. Look at that. Watch the amazing Annette. We need Vanna White here because she could just hold up the card.
Oh gosh.
Anyway, so it's an amazing program. There are more than 200,000 students that VIPKid serves right now, and
Correct.
there are more than 20,000 teachers.
This is not a good place for this.
You don't have to hold it up the whole time.
Okay.
It was fine down here. There are more than 20,000 teachers in the U.S. alone who are teaching through VIPKid, and there's always a need for more.
Yes.
So we're going to go through some of the requirements.
Yes.
But we're going to tell Jamie's story first.
Yes.
So
Okay.
Jamie is a mom of 5 kids, and when we talked to her on the phone, she said, "This is amazing because I have a lot in common with you."
Yes.
She used to be a blogger. She actually,
Yes.
before that, she used to be a school teacher.
Yes.
Then she got married. They had kids. She stopped working and worked at home, but she was always looking for ways to bring in some extra income.
Right. With 5 kids, she's a homeschool teacher to her kids.
Yeah.
And so she just wanted a chance to help supplement their income. And so she got hooked up with VIPKids.
About 18 months ago.
Right. And in that time, she has started earning about $22 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
She works,
3.5 hours a day.
let's see, she said about 5:30 to 8:30.
Yeah, 3.5 hours.
Yeah, 5:30 to 9. Right.
3.5 hours a day.
Right.
And she teaches, so basically 4 lessons every morning.
Right.
Is that right?
That's
No.
no,
Six,
that would
seven.
be
7
8,
lessons.
7 to 8. Yeah.
7 lessons in half-hour increments, and actually it's 25 minutes, and then you get a 5-minute break. And she teaches 7 kids. In the course of this year, last 18 months, she's met with online more than 1,000 students,
Yes.
and she's taught 2,200 lessons. But the more amazing thing is she's earned about $22,000.
Yes.
She didn't tell us that. We kind of extrapolated that. It was probably more because she's also been involved in training other teachers and in doing some outreaches in the community for VIPKid. So it's a pretty amazing organization. Jamie gets paid once a month with them. It's a direct deposit to her bank account, and she says it's been working an amazing thing because she lives in Central Time Zone in the U.S.
Right.
Now this also is available. It's not available to people in every country, but to people in the UK and Canada. And I'm not sure if Australia falls into this. But I know UK and Canada can sign up for VIPKid.
Okay, we have a question. So let's take a minute and kind of answer questions. Helene from Ohio says, do you need a degree to work for them?
This is a good question.
Yes, for VIPKid, you do need a 4-year degree, bachelor's degree to work for them.
But it doesn't have to be in teaching.
No, it doesn't have to be in teaching. And we do have some other resources on our website. Right. Steve?
I'm going to give you a link to the blog that we just posted. It actually is moneysparkfamily.com/blog. It's the first one out there that describes the whole VIPKid program with a link so you can sign up. We're going to give you that here.
And there are some options out there. So make sure you kind of touch base with our blog to see what options you might have. But it's worked really, really well for Jamie. And you're right. Not everybody can do it. But boy, oh boy, if you are a retired teacher or meaning, like you served your time and you still want to teach and interact with kids, or say you got an English degree. How many people out there got an English degree and didn't know what to do with their college English degree? This could be an option for what you would do.
The kids are younger kids. They're between 6 and 11 years old, or a little bit younger. And so it's not like you have to be an English major. They want someone just to do conversational, fun English things. And there are pictures on the VIPKids site of these teachers holding up puppets and just using manipulatives and things like that to teach the kids the English
This
language.
Organization does train you.
Yes.
They provide the materials, they provide the training. All of that is free. The other thing I was going to share is Jamie, the gal that we talked to, in a year and a half's time, she has, what's the word? She's climbed the ranks within the company so that now she also interviews prospective teachers and she does their trainings, which sometimes can be twice a month on Saturdays. So
they're not required. It's what they make available so that you can do your job better.
Right. Karen is saying that said that they require a degree. No, it's not. They have a certain standard, but like I said, there are other options. Go to our blog, read our blog.
If you have a credential in teaching a foreign language or teaching English to foreign language speakers, you'll want to go see what's on our blog because there are other options.
Yes, there are. Okay, so what?
No, we're not done.
Okay.
We're not done. We want to talk about the time it takes, Jamie, because we asked her how much preparation. You can put that down.
Okay.
We got it. And we gave them the link. How much preparation does it take for teaching? Because if you're going to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning, China was 13 hours different from her.
Right, she's on Central Time.
And she said the first few months she felt responsible to really be prepared, and so she'd review her lessons. But now that she's done it for a year and a half, she said, really, I look through the PowerPoints they give me the night before, just spend a few minutes just making sure I know what lessons I'm teaching to what kids. And that's pretty much it. And then she writes a very short summary of what she reviewed with each student. And they really give you 5 minutes to do it. She says, I teach all my classes and then I just do it at the end. And so it doesn't take any more time. So if you're used to being a teacher where you've got prep time the day before, grading papers the night after. I mean, this is none of, and classroom management is pretty much minimized. You're one-on-one with a student. You don't interact with the parents. These kids want to learn. And
after you do it for a while, there's very minimal stuff that you need to learn to do this. There was something else I was going to say. What else was I going to say? If you live on the East Coast, that is probably the best American time zone for this because China's 13 hours and probably more because we're on Pacific time. So for us, it's probably 15 hours ahead. The early mornings are the time that they're going to want some of this teaching done. Like I said, our blog has many options. VIP is certainly at the very top, but there are other options. So check that out.
So here's the thing. If you are interested, but you're not sure you qualify, we would say
fill it out.
The application anyway. Just you have nothing to lose. and they'll go through and tell you if you need any extra training or
Right.
any extra education,
Certifications,
whatever.
whatever.
They'll be honest with you because they're looking for quality teachers. And we in the blog, I did some further research beyond what they gave us. I actually went to Glassdoor, which
Oh,
is
yes.
basically a repository where people leave reviews about companies they've worked for.
Yes.
And there were more than 700 reviews of VIPKid. And on a scale of 1 to 5, they had like a 4.3 rating. Most of the other companies we researched had like a 4.4 or 4.5, but they'd only have 15 or 20 or 50 reviews. These guys had 770 some reviews, and they confirmed the pay scale was between $18 and $22 an hour. And our friend Jamie, she said she made $22 an hour. So this is really a great opportunity.
Okay, let's stop to check questions.
So I'm going to give you a link. On the blog, we have a little button where you can register for VIPKids or start the process. But I'm going to give that to you here.
Okay.
And like I said, you have nothing
to lose
by trying it. Now, also, if you have a student or maybe somebody who's just graduated school, college, and they're not quite settled in a job yet, or they're working part-time, this is a great opportunity for them.
Yes.
There are other companies that do this kind of thing where they will hire people who are in degree programs but haven't graduated.
Right.
And we researched some of those. But this one is a great opportunity.
So Bev's from Virginia says, hold on, what happened here? Oh dear, hang on a sec. I lost my screen. Give me a second because I want to respond to everybody and answer questions. Okay. All right, so how do I click on this? I just click on it like that? No. How do I get the video right here, maybe?
Sure.
Or...
That's good. Just click there. Very good.
Let's see if it takes me. Yes, it does.
Annette loves technology.
I know. Technology just is, you gotta love it, right? Okay.
So Jesse here on YouTube says, I'm going to tell my boys that are in college how to make extra money. Thank you. And that's what we're all about. We've got 2 other things we're going to share. And the next 2 will be great for college students and for adults.
Okay. Glenna from Pennsylvania says, yay, she's happy she's catching us live. And I'm missing some comments on mine. There were new ones that came in and I can't see them right now and I don't know what happened. Just gotta love it. Just gotta love it.
Oh, so Bev Worth says, I'm a kindergarten teacher and I'm very interested in this. Now, this would be an interesting thing for kindergarten teachers or any teacher during the summer.
Yes.
What a great way to make that extra income. So if you're taking your pay through the whole year, I mean, that's great. But if you take it where you don't get paid during the summer, this is a great way to supplement. And you can get started just teaching 1 or 2 hours a morning, or maybe 1 hour a morning, just to get your feet wet during the school year.
True.
And then transition into doing it more during the summer.
Right.
I can't see any downside to this.
No, honestly. I can't. So Laura is saying hi, and she is from Ohio, and Robin is saying hi from Pennsylvania. We're so happy you're joining us tonight. This is such a great show. And it's sponsored. Tonight's show is sponsored by VIPKid. And we're going to move now to the second. So I'm going to erase this, and we're going to talk about our second way to earn part-time income, side hustle money, extra cash, you name it.
I'm going to show you a picture of a person. You just turn it around and write it normal. It'll be much easier for you.
I'm fine. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to show you a picture of a girl named Kayla. Kayla is on the right, and Kayla I met online. Now that sounds bad.
That sounds really bad. Really bad.
Kayla is a real person, and she is a virtual assistant.
Yes, she is.
And she was a broke college student, had student loan debt, and decided she didn't want to be broke anymore. And so she she was working a full-time job, and she made a goal to become a super efficient, super high-earning virtual assistant. And we met her through a blogger friend of ours named Deacon, because at this point in time, when we met her about a year and a half ago or so, Kayla was brokering ads for websites,
Right.
and she helped us out, and she earned a percentage of every ad that she brought to our site, and she brought quite a
Yes.
few, and we earned a lot more money, and she earned some good money, and
Right.
she was doing it not just for our site, but for Deacon's site and for
Several
several other
sites.
people. And eventually it got to the point where she was doing so much other virtual assistant stuff that she handed off the advertising component to the next girl
In the picture,
excuse
which
me,
is Kim, and
it's
Kim
Kim.
and Kim now deals with some of the sponsored posts on our website.
Right.
But the cool thing about Kayla is she just really took the bull by the horns and said, "I'm going to figure this out." And not only did she develop her business
Well,
for,
how much is she making now?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Well, when she was broke, she put income reports on her website. So if you go to kaylasloan.com, you can see her income reports. And I think the first month she earned $287
You
and 10
gotta
cents or
start
something,
somewhere.
something like that. But she made it a goal to keep.
Okay, let's put us back on there.
Oops, I'm sorry. Yes, that's a good point. She made a goal to keep increasing her income. And
Yes.
she is really sharp. So
She is.
if you're like an organizer, admin type person,
Yes.
this could be a great opportunity for you. Anyway, Kayla is now earning about $10,000 a month. Now, she doesn't keep all of that because she hires some assistants, and she's actually training Kim, our assistant, to make her own money. So Kim is one of the people.
Right.
If you go to this website, Kayla's so smart. I mean, I wish I was half as smart as she is. I wish I had her energy. She put together a course.
Do we have a link for her?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Right here.
Well, wait, before you start about the course, Kayla developed her business so well that she ended up hiring people. She had so much work to do that she ended up hiring people. She became a really awesome virtual assistant means digital, but a virtual assistant. So she helped people from home and earn money.
Right.
So much so that she created a course.
So let's talk about what possibilities there are for virtual assistants.
Yes.
You're doing this as a side hustle. So
Wait.
Kayla's an admin assistant.
Uh-huh.
So she helps several websites with their marketing, putting up blog posts,
Yes.
things like that. But you don't have to be a web person to be a virtual assistant. There are people who do accounting virtually. So if you know how to run an accounting program, like if anybody out there understands how to run wave accounting, I'd like to talk to you.
Yeah.
I hate the accounting program.
Oh gosh. Well, we're getting some help
Yeah,
this one.
yeah. If you know how to run QuickBooks, if you know how to do those kind of things, even Excel spreadsheets and those kind of things, reports, there are people who could use your services. We're going to talk, well, if you know how to go shopping, you could be a virtual assistant essentially that way for a couple of different
But that's not what
companies.
Kayla teaches.
No. But we're talking about what the possibilities
You
of,
threw some stuff in there. Okay, but you got a course description from Kayla.
yeah, but I'm not there yet.
Okay.
What if you understood how to send out emails and do email management, manage an email list? That's a valuable thing. If you do customer service where you can receive phone calls, there are companies that will port phone calls to you and you can be their answering service.
I didn't hear you say social media. Did you say social media?
No.
Managing people's social media if they run a business is a huge, huge help to folks that have businesses. So social media is another thing virtual assistants do.
Right, and if you can put together newsletters in either Microsoft Office, Word, or Google Docs or things like that, there's, and I'm sure we're not covering all the virtual assistant things that are possible, but basically you can do this from anywhere via email, via Skype,
Yes.
And becoming a virtual assistant. Now, Kayla has had so many people watch her as she's become successful.
Yes.
They said, how do you do it? How do you set your pricing? How do you know what you should do and what you shouldn't do? How do you market yourself? What do you charge?
Right.
All that stuff. She actually put together a course.
Right.
And
Did you put the link up yet?
I have not done that, but I will.
Okay.
So she put together a course called the 10K VA.
Yep.
So the $10,000 virtual assistant. And you can meet some of our friends who have used Kayla for helping them build their business. One of them is a guy named Deacon Hayes who runs Well Kept Wallet. Another one is a guy named Chris Peach who runs Money Peach. And there's a few others. As a matter of fact, I was watching a video on how to use Asana, which is a calendar scheduling program. And the guy who was presenting the course, he has Kayla working for him. It was just hilarious because I knew exactly who he was talking about.
Okay, now Laura Ford, who
Yes.
we did a show with a while back, she's on tonight, and she said she did do virtual assistant stuff from Canada a while back. And then another one of our lovely fans popped on, Patricia. She says she's watching from Hong Kong, where her husband and her work at an international school.
Wow.
And she said, I can certainly verify, this is not about virtual assistant, this is more about VIP and teaching English online. She said, I can certainly verify that Asian children are easy to teach and the parents really value education there.
Yes.
VIPKids is a great program. Thank you, Patricia, for saying that. That's really awesome.
That gives me goosebumps.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Thanks for showing up. I really appreciate that. And we know that Asian families do value education,
yes.
and that is the coolest thing. We were speaking at a financial jumpstart meeting in Vermont several years ago, and one of the teachers came up to me. She was at a private school, and she said there was this one Asian student from, I think, China, and this is an expensive school, and her parents were. Well, I'll tell you the story. So she took her studies really seriously, but there was another Asian student who didn't. And one of the teachers came up to this girl and said, you know, I know most students from Asia are very hardworking. Why do you think this other person isn't working as hard as you? And she said, because she's old time rich. We're new time rich.
Yeah.
Her parents had just learned how to make money, and they were first generation wealthy. The other kids
had wealth,
affluence,
old money. I think is what they say. It had grown up in affluence.
Yeah. So even though the Asian culture does value education, there are some children who,
just like in America, it's just like in America,
hurt by wealth.
Okay, let's get to our third one, and I'm going to get this.
So we just want to let you know that Kayla's got that course. And
yes.
Go ahead and read the reviews. Don't feel any.
If you
want to become a virtual assistant, this is a good option. And she's got 3 levels of the course. I think the lowest level is $197, which if you take that and think about it, $197 to learn to earn $10,000 a month, I think that's a pretty decent investment.
And also, what was I going to say about Kayla? Oh, I think she's got like a 30-day money-back guarantee too.
I believe it.
So
I'll tell you what, this girl is super organized.
Right.
We trust her with tons of stuff.
Okay, so the third one.
I can vouch for her.
Yep. The third thing we're going to talk about tonight is becoming a writer.
Right.
And once again, we have some friends, Greg and Holly Johnson from Club Thrifty, and they have a writing course.
But we're not going to talk about that yet.
Okay, we're not going to talk about that yet.
Let's talk about why. I mean, look, a lot of people like to write. We got into writing because every year we used to write our Christmas letter.
Right.
And people would write back or call us and say, that was the funniest thing we'd ever written. Now, we aren't that funny. I mean,
no, but we just shared stories about our kids.
We are Robin Williams.
And it did make people laugh. Yeah. Like the year that we had some friends over that had 3 children, and we found one of them tied up on the floor, and
I didn't do it.
And we realized that our son Joe was really into magic tricks and
Harry
Houdini, and he had tied the kid up, and
he was Henry Houdini.
Yeah, and so he went through a phase, and and the kid wasn't in distress. He wasn't crying. He was just trying to get untied, and Joe tied him up so well he couldn't get untied. So we put silly stories like that in our Christmas letter, and people couldn't wait every year to get our Christmas letter and read some of the antics of what our kids had done.
So in 2003, we started writing a newsletter that became our website, moneysmartfamily.com, and we've earned a good amount of money from writing. We've written 3 books. I was not an English major.
Right.
I was an art major. Annette was not an English major.
No.
She was a math student.
I almost failed English in high school. I loved math and science best. So for us to become writers and write books is kind of hilarious. But we do have 3 books, and they're on our website at moneysmartfamily.com. And they're all about personal finance. The first one is about household finances, and the second one is about cutting your grocery bill in half. And the third one is about raising financially independent children, which we need to do a show on at some point.
We do.
But
Okay, so
let's
talk
talk
what
about the third way.
right, let's talk about opportunities for writers.
Okay.
Because, newspapers and magazines are probably what most people think about when they think about writing. But the truth is, the newspapers are dying. Magazines are kind of surviving, but not doing so well. But those are what we would consider the premier positions for writers. That's the what do you want to call it? The pinnacle of success. If you start writing for magazines like Forbes or Money or Good Housekeeping. We did an article with a guy who was a writer, and he was writing for Good Housekeeping. He got paid $5,000 to write the article.
Mm-hmm.
He interviewed 3 of our friends and us and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So that's good money, but that's not where you start. And that's not the majority of the writing that's out there.
Mm-hmm.
There are millions of bloggers, and a small percentage of them, but a good number of those bloggers hire writers to write things for their sites. We
Mm-hmm.
hire 2 writers we've just started doing this to write some articles for our site. We come up with the idea, we give them an outline, and they write it, and we pay them an agreed upon term for what they write. Well, they're just starting, so they aren't earning a lot of money, but they're earning maybe $100, $150, or $200 an article to write stuff for our site.
So yeah, really, times have changed.
Mm-hmm.
Writing fees have changed, but still, as a writer, if you can crank out an article a day, you can earn anywhere from $100 to $200 a day just writing articles for bloggers.
Right.
So it's definitely worth it to figure it out. And
there
are you going to put a link up?
Yeah, well, there are
Okay.
different levels of articles. I mean,
Right.
there are things we call listicles,
Right.
where you say, here are 10 hobbies that you can do to earn money in your spare time. There are 20 companies that will send you free stickers. As a matter of fact, we've got about 19 of them. We want free stickers. We haven't talked about that one. We'll talk about that one another time. There are other kinds of articles where it's more researched, and those are ones where people get paid a little more. And then there are other kinds of articles where you interview people and cite sources. And so there's 3 different kinds of articles out there. But how about commercial websites? What if you knew a business that had products that they needed descriptions made?
It's 7:30, so we do have to wrap it.
I didn't know we had time limit, but okay. So if you had lost my train of thought.
You're talking about businesses.
Right. So
that
there are
needed
lots
stuff.
of businesses that need. I'm dealing with a company right now that puts canopies over walkways and things like that. They have a great need for writers to describe their products for their website and for their newsletter. Technical writing. If you're familiar with any type of engineering or electronics or construction terms, businesses need that all the time too. Then there's magazines. What about ghostwriting for books? Video scripts. Video is huge right now with YouTube and everything, and people are producing those kind of things. And then there's company newsletters. Well, this is all well and good, but how do you get started? So our friends Greg and Holly Johnson put together a course called, let's see, what is it? It's called
Earn More
Writing. Yep, Earn More Money Writing. And as a matter of fact, the writers we hired took our course.
Yes.
And they presented themselves so well, we were impressed with their work that we actually hired them.
Jeez.
Now, Holly started off broke, and she made it a goal to write, and she has become a contributing editor for websites like The Simple Dollar. She also writes for U.S. News and World Report,
Wise Bread,
Personal Capital, Lending Tree, Frugal Guy.
She's also been featured in Wall Street Journal, Forbes, Fox News Business, Kiplinger's Personal Finance,
Right.
CNN, Indianapolis Star. So, her course is going to teach you how to find jobs, earn money, how to learn how to land jobs, earn more money, improve your efficiency. So if you like to write, then this writing course may be the perfect thing for you.
Right. And we trust them. They were super responsive when we needed help finding writers. And that was just a wonderful gift because they've lightened our load immensely.
Yes.
So we recommend this course. And all these courses come with a money-back guarantee. So the point here is, a lot of people say going in debt for college is a smart thing because it's a good investment. You're investing in yourself. Well, this stuff is not that expensive, and it can produce revenue very quickly, and you don't have to borrow money to do it. So just save your money. Go ahead and go to garage sales, sell stuff, whatever you need to do to come up with $200 or $300 for these courses and get the training so that you can be earning the $10,000 a month in a year.
Yes.
It's not that hard. I mean, we're working hard to increase our revenue stream on our website, and it's working great. And
Yes.
that's why we're hiring other people. And we're hoping that you guys can do the same thing as you work your side hustles that could become a full-time job.
Right. So the side hustles are great if you want to get out of debt, if you want to put money away for college or vacations or retirement. Side hustles can be really, really valid sources of income.
Now, here's the only caution. We were talking to one woman who was doing a lot of side hustles, and we asked her why she was doing it. She said, well, I've always done them because we've always got debt. And our thing was, oh, that's so hard because you're working all these extra hours just to pay the interest on the loans. And so let's talk real stuff. This is what we do, and we live here. We don't borrow money for anything. And what we're hoping is through our website and through these shows that we can encourage you to find ways to manage your money in such a way that you don't ever have to borrow money again.
Right.
It's not just about earning more. It's really about managing what you have.
It's both, though. Sometimes you need to earn more, but you also need to learn some of the frugal black belt strategies that our money saving tips pages have and our books have, all that to help you so that when you do get the money, you can stretch it 10 times further than anybody else can.
We had a very wealthy man tell us what we needed to live on to retire. And then we pulled out our budgeting system and showed him what we were spending each month. And he said, well, you do this so much better than anybody I've ever seen.
Yeah. He said, I think you've definitely cornered the market on frugal living, no doubt.
And we don't do it feeling deprived. This is just, we've got a comfortable lifestyle. We've got a huge house that...
But it's paid off, so we don't have a huge mortgage payment every month. Okay, so we are going to wrap up our show. Go ahead and give the VIPKid link one more time.
I'll give the VIPKid link, and then I'm going to give you a link to the blog so that you can... well, I'm going to give you the link to the blog first.
Okay.
I really want you to go there and see about the options for teaching English online to kids in China and actually people all over the world. This is a great opportunity, and VIPKid is gracious enough to sponsor the show tonight, and we are really happy with the work they've done and the time we spent with Jamie, who was a teacher for them, and the other people we interacted with. It was really phenomenal.
Yes, it was. Okay, so the VIP link.
So if you're interested in VIPKids, apply here.
Yep.
And they are looking for great teachers all the time.
Yes, they are.
And maybe you're the next one who's going to
and like,
make $22,000
and like
a year.
Steve said, if you have any hesitation, any doubts, just fill out their application anyway. Just go for it and see how it progresses and what happens.
They do have a kind of a lengthy interview process because they're trusting you with their clients, but lengthy in the sense that they just want to make sure that you're a right fit for what they're doing and that you'll enjoy it, because you have to be enthusiastic when you're teaching these kids, and that's 90% of the job is enthusiasm and just loving the kids and loving what you do.
Yes. And so next week we'll be back and we'll be doing a show, and it's either going to be on emergency fund examples or it's going to be on, it's kind of like a show we did a while ago, destroying debt and dealing with your credit score. We aren't sure which one is going to happen next week, but we will be here next Friday night. So make sure you tune in, sign up.
Wait
for
I'm
what?
going to give you one more link.
Okay, for our free email newsletter.
Right, because what we're going to do is we're going to be sending out a reminder about an hour before the show to everybody on our email list, and that's close to 10,000 people, because we want people to be able to tune in and save money, make money, get out of debt, have some fun, make frugal fun. And that's what we're all about. So we're Steve and Annette from MoneySmartFamily.com, right there on the wall.
There it is.
We talked about VIPKids. We talked about becoming a virtual assistant. We talked about writing. And we gave you a couple of courses that you could take. And they come with a money-back guarantee. And VIPKid, if you do that, I think it's just guaranteed. If you become one of their teachers, you're going to make a lot of money
And you're going to
have
love
a
it.
lot of fun.
You're absolutely going to love it
And
because
set your own schedule.
their support sounds wonderful. So thank you again to VIPKid for sponsoring our show, our Facebook Live tonight, and we will see you all next week. Have a great week. Bye-bye.